Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Factorio Beginner's Guide. My name's Negative, and well, let's get cracking. Today we're going to go meet the neighbours. We've had some friendlies move into the north here. This was the first biter base, but then we've had one move in here. So we now have two biter bases to the north. Now this is what happens over time. You will see the biters migrate and create additional bases. There's another one out there actually as well. So we need to go and really deal with this, because being proactive about it will prevent them from overrunning us. Now I've made this little hinky build, which is going to give us some defender capsules. Now in Factorio there are various little robots that will help you, and yeah, we have a little defender capsule. How good is that? Now unfortunately we can only have one follow us around at a time, so we really need to update that and upgrade it. I've also built some grenades and some lasers, so we're going to go see if we can fight these bad boys. We'll see what we can do. Actually, yes we can. I'm actually going to make some poison capsules real quick, because poison capsules are really good against worms. Now I'm going to assume that there's worms up there. Worms are the alien version of the turret. So I'm going to make 10 of them. Yes, 10. Oh, there goes my little defender. No, I'm going to make 15. What the hell? Let's just go crazy with it. And automating these might be a good idea if I'm going to do lots of fighting. But basically, fences are doing their job. Awesome. What I like to do, right, is I like to have the second row of the toolbar set up as kind of a fighting build. So what you do is you press X and it'll actually flip the two, or you can press this little button here. And then one becomes, yeah, whatever you have here, 2 and 3. So let's go and well, let's see how we go, basically. I'm going to actually bring some power up at the same time, because what I'd like to do is actually put down like a forward operating base, so that if I do get my ass kicked, I have somewhere to run. Because there's nothing worse than being chased by a pack of aliens halfway across the planet. Back to your base. We're not quite close enough, actually. There's the base there. And yes, indeed, there are worms. There's a medium worm. Okay. Oh, there's a big worm. Uh-oh. That's problematic. That's all right. We can get around it. We'll just stop banking those for the moment. Make these big power poles. One. Oh, that was the wrong one. 1, 2, 3, 4, and yeah, sure, 5. Why not? Now this is going to show combat as it stands in this version of the game. They're after me. Ah, bring it on! Get some! Woo! That always gets the heart racing. So this is combat robot damage. I need follower upgrades. Where are the follower upgrades? Trash slots. Combat robot damage. Follower count. Here we go. Research that for me. So we just got a little bit too close there, but that's okay, because we can come up to here. We can put down this and this. We can get our lasers down. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, they're going to shoot at things. That's fine. I'll put a little bit of a wall down. Oh, that's too close. We're not at the stage where we're going to run into big biters, but good practice is good practice. Okay, there we go. So we've got a somewhere to run now if we get in trouble. And what we're going to do is we're going to run and we're going to throw these poison capsules over to the big worms, because they will shoot us from a long way away. Nearly died. And you can see that the poison capsules will do a fair bit of work. Ooh. Is it going to die? That's the question. Well, we got the medium ones. And we're just going to have to regen some health before we attempt to take on this bad boy. You can see that he will recover steadily over time as well. The other thing we can do is we can toss grenades, but they're much shorter ranged. You can see that's a grenade, that's poison, the defender capsule, that's the poison capsule, so we can toss something all the way out there. Now, anything that runs through the poison cloud, including you, takes damage. Oh, you may. Shoot him. Shoot him dead. So once we've got this big worm removed, we'll be able to just run in and destroy the spawner. Do I chance it? Let's just save the game, because it is game over. Oh yeah, I got it. And it didn't shoot me. That's what's up. Can we kill it? That is the question. Do we have enough damage? Yeah, we killed it. Big worms early in the game are hard to deal with. Now, I've also upgraded my gun. I have a combat shotgun now, which is much better than the old shotgun. So what we're going to do is we're going to run in. We're going to shoot the spawner as quickly as possible. Hopefully not get dead. Luckily, thanks for that. Luckily, we've got our forward operating base taking care of the aliens for us, and that is how we deal with aliens in the early game. Now, they've noticed that they've dropped these little purple things. If you just walk over them, you don't have to hold F or anything. It'll pick them up. We've got these alien artifacts. Now, we're going to need these in the very near future. We're going to need them to upgrade, well, actually do the 4th level of science pack. That's what we're going to need them for. The last version of science is purple science, and it only takes one thing, and that's alien artifacts. So it's rather easy. Just pick all these walls up. What we're going to do now is go up and take on that base further to the north. Now we'll zoom right out so we can see where the hell we're going. We need to come this way a little bit. Need more power poles. Okay. Okay, there's the biter base. How close do I dare get? That's gonna find me. They're gonna find me. They're gonna see me. Throw down a laser real quick, just in case they do find me. Okay, let's set up the forward operating base. Get those lasers down so that we can deal with any incoming aliens. Kill the rock. It's a spy. Kill it. Kill it. Kill it before it reports back to its seniors or its superiors. No for you. It always scares me. It always freaks me out. Now we've got another big worm. Well, we've got 2 big worms. Oh my god. Can we? Yeah. And because we don't have the technology, this is just what we have to do, basically. Get the poison on them. The poison. That medium worm's nearly dead. Yeah, it died. Okay, they're after me. Hide. Run away. Now I think that I got them all. So we've just got these 2 spawners now to take care of, which should be relatively straightforward. Now, while we wait for the poison cloud to dissipate, I'm just going to build a really quick radar, because this forward operating base is actually going to stay here, I think. Oh, we found another base. Oh my god, they're everywhere. It's an infestation. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to deploy a combat robot. We're going to deploy 2 actually, and then we're going to run in with guns and grenades. Yeah, that's how we deal with that. Oh, I kind of naded myself. Okay, so we got the artifacts. 26 in total so far. Does this base have any worms? It does. A big worm and a medium worm. Okay. Doing this at night time is obviously much harder. What we'll do is we'll just see if we can get some poison on them. Oh, there goes my thunder capsules. Die, devil spawn. Hey, these defenders are actually pretty good. I wonder, can I... Can. Yeah, take that, spawner. That's a medium worm. So I need to be careful not to expend all my poison capsules on it. I need to rotate to the north. Oh, it's shooting me. Oh no, it's shooting the other thing. That's all right then. Oh, no, he died. Good. We need defender capsules. How close are we? Pretty close. Hopefully that's enough poison to take it out. Defenders are dealing with it. Not quite. Bugger. All right. Oh fuck! Oh, die! Oh, I'm dead. Ah, damn it. Oh, I just didn't have enough damage. So we'll have to load back in. Oh, that is the beginning side. Good. So we'll just have to load back into where we saved it and continue along. Oof! I nearly died again. Good job. As you can see, combat at the moment is very, very tricky. You can die quite easily in the early game because the big worms do so much damage. In version 13, all this will change, so please don't take what I'm doing as gospel, because it's probably going to be different when you come to do things. Now, what do I want? There's even research that I've there's even research that I've done that, yeah. All right. What we'll do is we'll just throw down a radar up here. Now, I did go up and I did take the spider base on, but I'll do that off camera because you've already seen me attempt it and fail. Build a rock. So I'll do that at a later point. So that'll just be like a forward defensive point that we can always come to. And now we can just continue moving on with other things. Continue building our factory now that we've met the neighbours. So something that we need to do is we need to start working towards quite an advanced little idea, and that's the flying robot frame. Now, to do that, we need electric engine units, batteries, steel plates, and electronic circuits. Now, 3 of those 4 we already have. So we've got the batteries, we've got the steel plate because we did both of those for blue science. Then we've got the green science, or the green circuits already. So it's largely a matter of just connecting the dots and then working the rest of it out. But you may notice that the electric engine unit actually takes something called lubricant. Now, knowing what we know, you might guess that lubricant is an oil product, and yes, it indeed is. Lubricant is made from heavy oil, and it's made in a chemical plant. So what we're going to do is we're going to set that up right now. And we're going to just throw this bad boy down like here. Power line there. And that's not actually lined up with anything, so we're going to adjust this so that it is actually lined up with things. I'm just going to hook it on the end of this this little build. We want it to make lubricant, so it just takes heavy oil and it turns it into lubricant. Very, very straightforward little build chain. Now that we've got that up and running, what we need to do is we need to get it up to our engine units. Now, our engine units are roughly here, I think. Now, I've ran a pipe just off camera because I knew I would need it. all the way up there and in so that it's here and ready to go. So what we'll do is we'll just connect this to this pipe here. Make sure everything lines up. There we go. So we now have lubricant flowing through this pipe. Now it's an idea just to check, just run past the pipe, especially with a long range pipe, one that you've ran halfway across your factory, or all the way across your factory really. So just run and check, make sure that there's a little green teardrop on each of the pipes, because you may have missed a little section, you never know. So this has got lubricant in it. It's excellent. Now the lube we'll use to make electric engine units, and that's what I'm going to devote the rest of this episode to, is moving through the build chain to flying robot frames. And the reason for that is robots are so handy. So handy. Now we need to make use of this little section as well. Now we built this in a way that allows us now to change it around. So we've got our normal engine units here. So we need electric engine units, takes one engine unit, an electronic circuit, and some lubricant. Pretty easy, really. Well, it's not easy, but you know what I mean. So we're going to use 8 of them, because you'll notice that an engine unit takes 20 seconds. So does an electric engine unit. So we need 8 assemblers, 8. Once we've got our 8, we can start placing things down. Now we need some green circuits as well. And I'm thinking that this line here is actually fairly convenient. We will move this like this so that we can have a green circuit line come in like this. Okay, so there's a green circuit line. There's our electric engine units. Now it's just a matter of doing the build. It's going to look very similar to our engine units, and that's because it is very similar. In every way, it's very, very close to it. So let's just keep looking for red and green sites. Actually, I want to do advanced oil processing straight up. Now you may notice that I'm skipping something called lab efficiency 1. What this does is it makes your labs work faster, and it's not really worth it. The cost to reward ratio isn't that great, so that's why I haven't been investing in it. I'll do it later on, maybe when I'm just working through the research tree and we're just looking to finish things up, which won't happen in this series, by the way. We'll just be going to rocket silos, and that'll be it. But yeah, that's why I've avoided that little research there. Okay, so that's the output lines. Now what we want to do is we want to set this up to do the electric engine units. We'll copy and paste all this. And we're going to rotate the input line, the input point for the lube to the outsides. Now what we're going to do is create a little bit of a gap. Where is that input line? Here it is. So what I'll do is, with this line, right, I'm going to bring it here. So that we can then do something that looks like this. Actually, no, I'm not. Okay, that needs to be one space up. That actually needs to sit somewhere here, and you'll see why shortly. Because now what I can do is I can put this underground there and make it all work nice. You might ask, why all the underground belts? Because now I can walk through it. You know, like, being able to walk through your build is very important when it comes to pipes. Make sure you allow for it. Because otherwise you will be sad later on when you're like, oh, I just want to walk over here, and then you can't. It is sad times when that happens. So this is all like this. This just needs to hook up like that. Yes, so we got lube in. Good. Now this we will bring over and do something similar with. Yep, that works. And at some point, it just becomes like a little bit of a puzzle. Like how do you make everything everything work nice? And it looks like I am going to have to adjust the green circuit belt, but that's nothing, you know, too bad. That's a little bit ugly. We can tidy it up a little bit. Okay, so there, there, and there. Just connect up all the dots. And this is ideally where we want to get our designs to, so that there's not less brain work and more just connect A to B, connect C to D. Okay, so these don't have lube in them, why not? Okay, that might be a bug. We will place down some inserters anyway. Okay, that's advanced oil processing done. Now we're starting to get into some really interesting research. You notice here that we have tanks available. Now tanks are very, very cool. And what we're going to do is we're going to research one, because why the hell not? Why wouldn't you research tanks? Like, seriously. Okay, it looks like everything's working fine. We'll need another couple more inserters. Oh, delete that. Okay, so we've got our output lines all sorted. Oh, that was quick. We'll keep working through all the miscellaneous research that we've got. Okie dokie. So we have our electric engine units all automated. Very nice. So all we need to do now is just do the robot flying frames. So you'll notice also that the robot flying frames take 20 seconds. So that means we're going to need 8 assemblers. We can't actually build out of our inventory. And we'll grab some more stuff off the belts. A little bit more of this. Bit of this, bit of this. Okay, we need 5, 1, 2, 3. Okay. These are going to make robot flying frames. Now the reason you want a decent build here is because robots help a ridiculous amount. Like, it is crazy how helpful robots are. So having a good build that will get you plenty of them is a really, really good idea. But we're going to have to finish that up in the next episode, so I look forward to seeing you then. And yeah, in the next episode we should have construction bots and logistics bots coming up, and I'll explain what they are then.